More importantly, I'm so happy with the car. It looks too nice. That's my only feedback for you.
How do you like the position? Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I'm already at 50 miles this morning.
And everything pretty much works in here. I mean, it's just a nice car. Hey everyone, and welcome back to DC MotorWerks. My name is Cameron. We are back today with Nick Roshon from Cars and Bids E55 wagon that we have so lovingly manual swapped here at DC MotorWerks. And actually, yesterday I played Uber and sat in 3 hours of Atlanta traffic to go pick up my buddy Nick from Cars and Bids to check out his new wagon.
You are an excellent Uber driver, and this
Well,
is the ultimate Uber Black experience for me.
All the cargo space, all the power, get where you need to going fast. Yeah, you really get it all in this, don't you?
More importantly, I'm so happy with the car.
Awesome. Yeah, you've had it about, what, 12, how long's it been now, 12 hours?
Yeah, less than 24 hours for sure, but I've seen the traction control light come on a number of times, so it's getting some real test of its post-swap experience.
Yeah, you got your initial impressions on your channel yesterday, but now we're gonna do the 24 hours once the initial blush has worn off of what you really think of your wagon.
Well, everyone at the 4th anniversary party said that Northern Georgia has amazing roads very close by, so we're gonna go find that out for myself here.
Yeah, riding with you yesterday, you're a lot more aggressive as a driver than me. I mean, we were spinning wheels and...
Yeah, we were having fun. Although your ML63 wasn't exactly the tamest of test drives either.
Yes, but we're gonna throw you the keys to that today, so
wait.
that's gonna be another video of today. But what do you think? I mean, you got to see the finished product. You never saw this car. Like, it was just pure spur of the
shipped
moment.
Directly from, I bought it on Cars and Bids from a guy in Virginia. We shipped it straight to you, and I said, I don't need to see it, I don't want to see it. And you fixed so much stuff that this car is like 10 times nicer than I expected. And not just the manual swap, but like the busted vents and apparently the sway bar links weren't connected, and it had a check engine light, it had an ABS light, and now I'm just like, oh, this is a really nice car.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, especially considering the miles. It is, and how E55s tend to get kind of modified in a way we've talked about in other videos that I don't really like.
Yeah.
But this one, like, especially with the miles, you're like, wow, no one like messed with this car at all. And we did all the nice finishing touches. If we kind of jump in here. You got the fresh updated steering wheel, because your other one was kind of like ripped apart and tearing up here, and it just had the old E55 blocky kind of ugly steering wheel.
Yeah, that's a nice, having drove the Black Series as well, like it gives me that vibes. It feels more sporty and just appropriate.
Yeah, so this would be like in a CLS or a later 211, like an E63. So it is on brand and proper, it's just retrofitting. That's what they like to call it. And factory proper.
That looks, it looks too nice. That's my only feedback for you is like, I kind of want to take the knob off and throw it in the dirt and just make it have a more 200,000 mile patina to it, because it looks so factory and so fresh in there.
And that's because it is. This is a factory part for a 211, so
yeah,
you know, we like to keep things OEM plus around here, so that's what we did. So really, I think the only thing we left in your interior besides your seats is that little scratch.
Yeah, little scratch there.
That's it. I mean, you got it all.
Yeah, it's fun looking back and just seeing all the space and room for activities. My first wagon, actually. So it's my first like proper AMG non-McLaren Mercedes, and it's my first wagon. So and it's now a manual swap. So I'm pretty stoked as a.
You really swung for the fences with your first one, huh?
Yeah.
Wagon, AMG, manual. Yeah, you went all out on stop number one.
I had a thrill driving this so far. It's so smooth and comfortable too. It's really what's surprising me the most is for being a 500 horsepower like muscle car vibe. You can just drive it normally, but as you said, like just getting on the on-ramp, I had to slow down to merge.
Yeah, you can get on the on-ramp rather quickly in one of these.
Yeah, it's really fun.
I see you found a surprise in the parking lot for what you want for the back of this car.
Yeah.
You found a, we'll have to negotiate that one, some shrewd negotiation.
Yeah, well, I think I originally had the confidence that I could do a third row myself, and as I looked more into it, I realized that was probably a bad idea, especially now that you have a reference park car here to sort of pick and pull from. So
that happened to show up last week, so it's just like, it's perfect timing.
The universe says I need a third row.
Yeah, you have it your way here at DC MotorWerks.
Yeah,
sir.
no, I mean, you do 9 revisions on the tune.
Yep.
You've got it like really dialed in, so it drives that way too. It's nice. You said I want you to come here and give me feedback, and I don't have any feedback for you. I like it. It's good.
You don't have to lie on
we're
camera,
good. No, There's nothing left to do here other than drive it and put some miles on it. So I'm excited to really rip it today.
So, shall we?
Let's do it.
I'm gonna let you drive, but let's do it. Yeah, I'm done Ubering, Nick. You gotta drive your. You gotta
I'm
drive
done
your
being
own
a
car.
passenger. This thing,
It's a long walk around this thing. Isn't
not
it?
only yesterday, but even this morning, I'm like, I cannot wait to go drive this thing.
I didn't want to make you drive through Atlanta traffic, so I figured that was nice, right?
Yeah, that's Atlanta traffic is nothing to joke about.
I'm building up after your drive yesterday.
Yeah.
I know what I'm getting into now. Getting some muscle memory in the clutch and everything
Yeah. It does take some adjustment.
now. Yeah. Whenever you have,
Just kidding, yeah, you're used to a new car.
yeah. Even if
And
you have multiple manuals and you're getting in one then the other, you're like, oh man, this one's different. I forgot.
I've been driving an automatic for the last ever since I sold the multiple counted, but like, it's time to be in a manual again on a regular, in a car that I actually want to drive. See, I'm smooth now.
Yeah,
in
you're
this.
smooth, yeah. The torque.
I know, it feels so good. Like 4,000 RPMs is just heavenly.
It is. But then it's like at 4,000 you feel like it's done
Yeah,
and you've got 2,500 RPM more to play with. Look at this. Automatic air conditioning, ventilated seats.
I know.
How do you like the position? Oh goodness.
And it's hard not to get into it, but drove it 30 miles out to Buford and back, or 40 miles, whatever that was, through the dam and the reservoir.
did?
And you
Asleep.
could slow down and just like breathe it all in. Like it's very two-dimensional. Like
Yeah.
it can be your fun sports car vibe, and it can also be like a very normal dailyable car, which to me makes it really fun. And then the manual makes both of those better, because as a daily, you're like, okay, this is still like engaging and fun, but then as a sports car, it feels super sporty and athletic. Like right now, we could just go drive and get our drive through Starbucks or whatever.
Yeah, it looks like you did. You got your coffee
I
going
did.
this morning. Did you try the different suspension modes yet?
No, I have not.
Haven't
Is that
played
this
with
button?
yet? Yep. So it's comfort,
It was on-
and then Sport 1 and Sport 2. So that's full stiff. So that's full Friday night. But yeah, you're cruising 5th gear, just cruising along.
Yeah. No, it's just such a smooth enjoy. Like you could see the brief here was like a good Autobahn cruiser, and I
Yes.
think they nailed it, because it does just, it gobbles up miles, and you can just also, for having 206,000 miles, I don't even have to put my hand on the wheel. It tracks straight. It tracks smooth.
Just the quality of Mercedes-Benz is just, especially compared to like the other products that you would have cross-shopped of this time period, an Audi, BMW. Like, could you imagine buying an M5 with 206,000 miles on it?
Right. While you were in theirs, that you guys found was really small compared to what I would brace myself for if this were an Audi VW product.
I know, like your big concerns, like the check engine light and the air suspension warning, were both just like little niggly things.
Yeah, they were nothing burgers. All right, here we go.
Oh boy.
Let's go, Honda.
Let's see how ESP handles this. Look at this guy. Like butter. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm really impressed
You're
with
at 60.
Yeah. We are now in Mexico.
Yeah.
The clutch that you guys went with, really easy and intuitive. Like, other than learning how much gas to give it off from 0 to 1, like I feel comfortable in the car. Like I've been in it before. It's very intuitive, very easy to drive. Nothing feels like my TTRS. I had a stage 2 clutch in it, and it was very chattery and very aftermarket feeling, for lack of a better word. And this all works together really well. And then I really loved driving that CLK 63 Black Series.
Yep.
You did a different clutch in that one that I think suits the character to that car really well. But I think it's cool that you guys both offer the options, and then you've kind of also got your like menu of like, for more of a tame daily driver, like go this route. If you want to go full hot boy and like put all the mods on it, this would be a better clutch for you. Like you're very thoughtful on how you're designing these.
I remember when we were talking along the way, and I'm asking you all these questions. You want to try this? He's like, I don't know. I didn't have. No, I had all these options to choose from.
It's a lot of options.
For the E-Class, this fits really well.
And I love that we've got people in the back here. We're using a wagon how a wagon's intended.
I know. We just need to get that 3rd row put in for you.
Yeah. I know. My wife's like, I don't know if I actually want to put my kids back there. I'm like, that'll be fine.
It is cool. I've noticed how much fuel you've gone through since yesterday, sir.
Well, there must be a problem with the
the level sensor.
miles
It's a
per
digital
gallon
readout. You know.
This is my naivety towards Mercedes, but why is the clock so large?
That was
An
a
analog
thing back
clock.
then. Yeah, it's
as big as the tachometer, which like I don't need to know what time it is that urgently.
I think they
It's like
wanted you to
aggressive.
see how fast you were getting places.
I guess.
That, like,
yeah.
you look at the clock and you're like, oh, the clock hasn't moved, but
that
I'm
is
gone.
not the data I expect when looking at it to be like, oh, it is
Yeah,
almost 1 o'clock. Okay.
it's neat. It's the white-faced
Yeah,
gauges.
it looks
and
sharp. It just
The
I kept
font
being,
was always really cool.
thinking it would be like a temperature gauge or something useful to the driver, and instead it's just here's a watch.
Well, it's like the watch you're wearing, right? The SLR watch.
I know. Yeah.
They wouldn't give you a separate one, so they're like, look, you just get to look at it all day.
Yeah, but this car
They're
is
still German after all.
so smooth and so fun. Yeah, I'm already at 50 miles this morning
Wow.
by 1 o'clock. So
You hadn't missed a beat.
yeah, and I slept in until my fire alarm went off at the hotel. So
Oh, that's fun.
yeah, well, it is like a kid and Christmas vibe where I woke up and I'm like, I just can't wait to go drive this thing. And then you text me like, what do you want to get into today? I'm like, drive.
Yeah, just drive.
One
Just
word
drive.
response.
I like that answer. How do you like the exhaust noise on this one?
It's great. It's funny driving that Black Series. I am a sucker for a loud car,
Yes.
but I think the quiet, like just a teeny tiny bit of OEM plus here with the resonator delete, like part of me is like I want to make it loud, but then I know I'll ruin it and it'll detract from how comfortable and like right now you and I can have a normal conversation at a normal volume and it's totally fine. So
it just gives you the hint that it's there.
Yeah.
You know? I liked that kind of mantra of the, AMG and M cars back in this period. Like, if you didn't really know the cars, you would never know this was the AMG with the supercharged 500 horsepower. Because like you get one little badge, a little bit on the bumpers, a little massaging. And that's about it.
Oh no, it's definitely a sleeper. And then that color too, it also.
Flint gray metallic.
But seriously, such a good job on this swap. Like it is beyond my expectations, and I knew it would be good, but
It's always kind of, you always have that little bit of apprehension because, it's such a big change.
Yeah, like I mentioned on my channel, like it's scary as the owner to be like, yeah, go take my perfectly fine running car and like rip it apart and put stuff back together. But really is the way it should have been all along. And it does feel so factory.
Yeah, that's because 90%, other than the clutch, this is all factory parts.
Yep.
And that's why we enjoy doing it, because you get all the R&D and the safety and, of factory parts and just making it into something better.
Yeah, and my Murcielago swap, other than being more than twice as expensive, which was another detractor, they have to fab their own parts because they're either not available or just like, it's totally different. So it's cool that you guys are able to do that.
Yeah, so you could take this into the Mercedes dealer when you get home.
I probably will.
And they're going to look at it really funny, but but they'll be able to, just do everything normally on it.
I'm going to just start trolling all my dealerships. I took my Range Rover, my convertible Range Rover, to the Land Rover dealer, and I said that the roof is leaking, and just waited for them to react. I
gotta see that.
I think they quickly were like, get out of here. that second, third.
Yes.
Oh, that's lovely.
Just shifter feel, I think, is great.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, everyone kept asking me last night at your 4th anniversary party, you cannonballing it home.
You could
And I
do
was like,
it.
this would be a good candidate for it. I don't think got that in me right now, but
that is a long trip.
oh yeah. So you told me you got a bunch more of these on the docket too, huh?
I've kind of lost track, honestly. I
That's
know
awesome.
There's two C63s at the shop right now getting done. An E63 just got dropped off last night. There's another E55 on the way.
Wow.
There's our mutual friend now, John. His Black Series is ready for pickup. He'll be here later today to pick his up. There's the 507 at the shop. It's got 6,000 miles put on it. And
yeah, we had 4 different 4-pedal cars last night, right?
4-pedal society, sir.
Yeah. No, actually, that is one of my gripes right now is I keep forgetting to release the e-brake because I'm looking for this, so then I gotta remember it's there, and you pull out the handle.
It is different,
but thankfully the car warned you that you forgot to release the e-brake.
It's a big old red.
I haven't gotten too far, but I suspect I might toast the e-brake as I get used to that.
It has so much torque, it doesn't care that the e-brake's on now.
For sure. I think as a customer, right, the other scary thing about a swap is does the shop know what they're doing? And like having done so many now, and doing different motors and different platforms and like wagons versus pillarless coupes versus sedans, like you've got it all kind of dialed in. And like I said, you're customizing now based on what the owner wants as well as what the car is suited for.
Yeah, and everything pretty much works in here. I mean, it's just a nice car.
Yeah.
And so powerful, you sling your sunroof shade back every time you accelerate. You're getting real smooth with the clutch action there.
I know, all these rumors about me money shifting a TTRS are...
What's up with that? I hadn't heard that
It's
one.
untrue. That's Doug DeMiro being Doug.
Were you excited to get this back to him? I know he's been
I am. He was skeptical of the swap, but then he's simultaneously looking for an E55 manual from Europe. So I think he personally, my conspiracy theory is he's worried that this car is going to be so much better than the one that he spends more money on importing from Europe, the previous gen, and then have all this remorse. And so he secretly wants this car to not be so good compared to my E55, which is going to be objectively a better car.
It is a lot more power, that's for sure. I'm a 211 guy. These are my favorite E-Class.
Well, the other friend of mine back home that I'm really curious to get C10 is Kenneth.
Really?
Because he's the E39 M5 purist.
That's right.
And I kind of think this car is going to do everything his car can do better. It certainly, as a wagon, has more utility.
Yeah.
It's a manual to manual. Power-wise, they're about the same. So... it's certainly going to be a little bit more reliable and easier to maintain.
Oh, absolutely.
So I wonder if we're going to hurt some feelings on the whole podcast crew. Filippo's also a Mercedes wagon man, so this car pod, I think, is about to be inundated with the biggest 211 fanboy propaganda you'll ever hear.
I'll be excited for that. I'm all for it. Look at 3,000 RPM and you're just putting your seat. Don't you love the floating speedometer needle?
Yeah.
It
even the speedometer needle is smooth in this car.
Yeah, just gently, and then you just watch it and you're like, wow, that's moving rather rapidly.
It's so much smoother and like more mature feeling versus the SLR is like just so brute force.
They're aggressive.
Over the top, yeah.
This guy got it. Jeez. This thing is just insane.
It does spin the tires. I love that.
Yeah, and that's with traction control on.
Yeah.
It'd just be a cloud of smoke if you turned it off.
I probably ought to do that.
These do have dyno mode where it turns off everything. ABS and all of it.
Yeah, I think that's next for you guys, right? Is a V12 swap?
Oh, I want to do one so bad.
I want to see that too.
We'll have you come back out to drive it.
All right,
You're gonna be the
I can be your
West Coast face of.
I'll be your test pilot.
There you go. You'll be our Valentino Balboni of manual swaps.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
As we come back to my sea of SLs here.
I know. R129 Incorporated.
So there we go. How many miles are we up to now? 61.
61 today.
Today. That's awesome.
But yeah, it's crazy. These two cars, of the same era, it's definitely a nice one and a not so nice one.
I think your car just told us to lose some weight. It's letting the air out.
Airbags are going back up. But yeah, we'll get the third row out of this guy too, which will be really fun. And then I really got the ultimate wagon.
Well, I think that means we need to do the most important part, and that is to talk about Chabil.
Oh, well, yeah, no, I want to keep adding to it so I can avoid it.
There you go. Well,
it's like if you keep ordering drinks, then they never close the tab and it's free.
You're on to something.
It's free until, it's not.
Well, let's just go do just that. Let's jump in.
All right.
We'll sit at my desk.
P38's probably worth 20 grand store credit, I would imagine. Maybe 25.
20.
You're a nice guy. I'll do 19.
We'll talk. We'll talk.